enjoyed their dinner as much as I did. That was terrific from Ulrichs on Main. For those of us who work in this great campus every day, it truly is somewhat astounding that it has been just over 5 years now since we moved into this fantastic waterfront campus. A lot has happened since May 18th, 2011, when sod was turned to signal the start of construction. And the 2 shovels that were used on that day are actually at the back of the room where the display is, and they have a wonderful plaque on it recognizing that day. So this short video that we've put together captures a few special moments since that date. Have a look.
This is your college, your community, and your future.
It's my pleasure to be here today to announce the Algonquin Students Association's commitment to the students by investing a minimum of $4 million towards
Algonquin College in the Ottawa Valley officially christened. Back to you, Jamie.
We'll say 3, 2, 1, unveil. And there we are. As a member of the board, is the message I leave you with. 6 words. Be Algonquin proud. Make Algonquin proud. Thank you.
Zone over here with all the underbrush so we can start blocking these big poplars.
You can change the future. A young man afflicted with polio, born to a poor family in this city, demonstrated that many years ago. And he did so because of the values that he drew from Pembroke and from the people who live here. They are the values that Algonquin College stands for, and they are the values you must stand for.
You know, Fred's words that day at graduation, and they're on the wall. I look at them every day when I come in here, still give me goosebumps. And I love walking into this building and seeing them posted because they are so truly inspirational. I also love the closing of that video when the Right Honourable Paul Martin, Canada's 21st Prime Minister, speaks so positively about the city of Pembroke and what it continues to mean to him and to his family. Of course, his father grew up here, left many, many years ago. But Paul Martin loves Pembroke, and I love the fact that he loves it and talks about it. Tonight, the head of our city, Mayor Mike LeMay, now has a special presentation to make. So I invite the mayor to the podium. Mayor LeMay.
Thank you, Jamie. President Jensen, Chief White Duck, governors, councillors, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are within the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin people. The key to the city is the highest honor that a municipality can bestow. The last time being the national championship won by our Pembroke Lumber Kings Hockey Club in 2011. It relates back to ancient time when city had walls and could not be accessed after dusk without a key. The key was only given to those greatly trusted and honored. We continue that time-honored symbolic tradition tonight. Algonquin College and the city of Pembroke have been tied together since former Pembroke Mayor Bill Kutschke had the vision to bring a college campus to what was then the town of Pembroke. In 1965, Mayor Kutschke worked with the Pembroke Chamber of Commerce to make a submission to the province of Ontario to locate a college in Pembroke, and the result was Algonquin College's decision to locate a campus in Pembroke 2 years later. The partnership that was struck between the City of Pembroke and the college to build this wonderful waterfront campus is a clear demonstration of the willingness of both organizations to work together. I commend the council of the day that had the foresight to make land available to the college to build this magnificent facility. During my time in office, I've seen the benefits of the new campus. We have seen a resurgence of our downtown, with developers revitalizing buildings that were vacant and new stores and restaurants opening. People have returned to our downtown as it has become a more vibrant people place. We have also seen entrepreneurs work with the college to build and operate 3 student residences as the college's out-of-town students population has grown. In rural Ontario, there are unprecedented challenges as we face changing demographics. Algonquin College presents the greatest opportunity for the City of Pembroke, and in fact, all of Renfrew County, to remain prosperous. The college's ability to retain and attract young people by providing access to post-secondary education is critical as we face labor market shortages. Having a community college in our community is also changing the makeup of our community. We are becoming more culturally diverse as the college helps us attract different nationalities through its expanding international student population. This is exciting as the city embraces a strategy to welcome more immigrants to our community. The contributions of Algonquin College's students and employees to our community are many. The rebuilding of our boardwalk by carpentry students is a great example, as is the annual charity concert and golf tournament by Pembroke campus alumnus Jason Blaine, which has raised more than $300,000 over the past 4 years for community projects and organizations. Algonquin College is one of the city's greatest assets. Built on the shores of Pembroke's beautiful waterfront, it is uniquely positioned to attract both students and tourists. We are proud to have a college in our community and showcase it to our visitors, including individuals and businesses that are exploring opportunities in our community. For all of these reasons, tonight I am pleased to award the key to the city to Algonquin College. Algonquin has earned this honor for its commitment to our community and its success over the 50 years of operating a campus here in Pembroke. Now, before I go any further, as everybody realizes, this is Algonquin College Day in Pembroke. So with your indulgence, this was the declaration for today. By virtue of the power invested in me, I do hereby declare May 9th, 2018 as Pembroke Waterfront Campus of Algonquin College Day. Whereas the mission of Algonquin College is to transform hopes and dreams into lifelong success. And whereas Algonquin College for 50 years has provided outstanding post-secondary training and education. And whereas Algonquin College has provided public service and promoted the exchange of ideas through a speaker series. And whereas Algonquin College has partnered with the City of Pembroke on the development of the waterfront and rehabilitation of its parks and downtown. And whereas Algonquin College has contributed to the economic development of Pembroke through its programs and its entrepreneurial innovation, therefore, I, Michael LeMay, do hereby proclaim May the 9th, 2018 as Pembroke Waterfront Campus of Algonquin College Day in the City of Pembroke. Thank you. Now I'd ask that the President, Bill Jensen, come up to receive the key.
think I'm good. So last week we had a huge opening in Ottawa of our new DARE district and the celebration of our 50th there. And I might have said that I take liberty on long speeches for retirements and openings of new buildings, but I think I also do that when we get the key to the city, so make yourself comfortable. And again, I'll make my staff nervous because I'll go off my script a little bit. You know, when I think of this wonderful college in Ottawa, Perth, and Pembroke, I said to your worship at dinner, and he gave us lots of praise, colleges, especially rural colleges in smaller communities, are only successful if the town or city sees the benefit of a college in their community and really works with the college to make that happen. So if you look at the Pembroke campus of Algonquin and the fact that we've had 1,000 students this year, which is an incredible accomplishment, that's because we have great staff here at the college, but we also have a city, a mayor, leadership who see the value and see what diversity can do for their communities. So I have great respect for the mayor of Pembroke and this city for embracing us and making this such a great college. And I also want to say that, you know, when we were out having our song with our drummers, are our drummers still here or did they have to? So, you know, when I was out there and I think about the spirituality that our Aboriginal peoples, our Indigenous peoples bring to our campus, I don't know if anybody else heard it, but I heard the echo of the drums on the campus and looked up in the sky and thought, you know, how many other people have listened to drums on the river here. And the fact that we could hear the echo of those drums on our campus, to me, just signified and symbolized how much we are part of this community and how much we value our Aboriginal friends and colleagues here in Pembroke. Thank you, Gretch. So hello everyone, bonjour, Kwe. And again, I'd like to acknowledge that we're gathered on the traditional and unceded territory of the Algonquin people. And I know I'm speaking on behalf of everyone at Algonquin College, at this campus, and all of our campuses. And I also want to acknowledge that all of us at Algonquin stand here because of the dedication and commitment of so many others. This evening, I speak on behalf of all of our employees. As everyone knows, and we've got it here in numbers, 5 and 50, we've just concluded our 50th anniversary celebration. Scott, is this our last 50th celebration? Okay, so another reason to celebrate. Algonquin College, all of our campuses were built with the contributions of so many people who have built their careers with us. These dedicated people didn't necessarily lay a brick, but they built the heart and soul of Algonquin, including this beautiful campus here in Pembroke. And I have to acknowledge my predecessor, Bob, who is here and on whose shoulders I stand every day, and the wonderful things that Bob has done for this college. I did say when we received the key to the city in Ottawa, I have to stand on his shoulders because I'm so short. But still stands. I haven't got any taller. I also speak on behalf of our thousands of learners, past and present, who have contributed to our college by arriving with curiosity and a desire to learn and to do better themselves and to leave with confidence, optimism, and a commitment to their community. And our mayor talked to me at dinner about, you know, making sure our citizens here see Algonquin as the key to their future and to give them the skills to stay in this wonderful community and build businesses here. It's our learners that are the lifeline that keeps our college relevant, responsive, and on the leading edge. And at the end of this year, which is really our 51st year, I think I also speak on behalf of those who have gone before us at Algonquin. I had the honor of speaking to our former board members here and board chairs who are here, and of course Fred, who I value so much, and I have to do that because he was one that hired me. These people imagined a place that would help people move forward in their lives. That man that was just discharged from the military who needed to retrain. That young woman who sought a measure of independence and her own paycheck. That person who realized that he or she wanted to change and wanted to chase a different dream. All these people were welcomed at Algonquin College, a place where it didn't matter what your previous choices in life were, a place where you could begin anew at any time and at any point in your life. And we're still providing this opportunity with so many more opportunities than were available in 1967. So let me talk about a few great things our learners and employees in Pembroke are accomplishing. Applied research students are turning algae into biofuel, a process that will help us address local environmental issues of water quality. Our outdoor adventure students have recently traveled to Iceland, where they were researching fat bikes and their impact on geotourism. And just recently, Pembroke received an Excellence in Education Award from the Upper Ottawa Valley Chamber of Commerce. And of course, Karen and Jamie were there with pride. These are all testaments to the devotion of our employees and of our learners, and not just in the classroom. I see it when our learners are out on placements in business and in institutions. And I see it when they're out helping others, something that we stress from the moment they walk through our doors. And I see it in their willingness to seize the future. At our convocation in Pembroke last year, as you saw in the video, the Right Honorable Paul Martin, Canada's 21st Prime Minister, reminded our graduates of this. He gave a stirring address and spoke of his father's love for this city. And he said, we're not captive to the inevitable. We can change the future. You can change the future. A young man afflicted with polio, born to a poor family in this city, demonstrated that many years ago. And he did so because of the values he drew from Pembroke and from the people who live here. They are the values that Algonquin College stands for and always have stood for. And they are the values you must stand for. I couldn't agree more. You know, if I go back in time to 1967 and show the founders of our college just what we're doing right now, I don't think they would believe it. I do know that they would be as proud as I am of our successes and the values we always continue to champion. And they would have a special pride in this campus, which does not just have a home here. It is truly a part of what makes this community so special. We are living the vision of those who built this college and are pushing it into new frontiers. So it's with a great deal of pride and a great deal of humility and with a great deal of gratitude to all who have made Algonquin what it is today that I say, Algonquin College, your worship, is truly honored to receive the key to the city of Pembroke. This acknowledgement underscores all who have gone before us, as well as the influence of our graduates in the years to come. We accept this recognition in celebration of the past, with a great deal of pride in our present and tremendous hope for the future. Thank you so much. Merci, miigwech.
Thank you, President Jensen and Mayor LeMay. And thank you to all of City Council who passed this declaration, which we saw resulted in the key to the city here this evening. And of course, all being Algonquin College Day. This kind gesture speaks volumes to the tremendous relationship the city and the college has had for 5 decades. It has to be a really great relationship because the size of that key, pretty significant. I'm not sure what it opens, but it will be better than one of those escape houses that you go to, I'm sure, whenever we find out. To end our evening this evening, I will ask our Dean, Campus Dean, Karen Davies, to have the final word. Karen.
Thank you, Jamie, Mayor LeMay, President Jensen. I have to tell you that as Dean of this campus, I truly, truly appreciate the relationship our campus has with the city, and that the significance of not only the key, declaring Algonquin College Day. I never envisioned that that would happen. So thank you so very much for being such a great partner and making that declaration. That will resonate with us and with the students in this building forever. So thank you. I want to say Pembroke has a bit of a history of advocacy. I think I can say, and the president and my boss, Vice President Claude Brulé, will agree, advocacy, Karen, are you kidding me? Yes. Well, you need to know that this city and this campus started that advocacy work in 1965. The city and the chamber started down the road that actually led us to this campus on this beautiful waterfront today. They were far ahead of their time. To establish a regional campus at that time to serve the whole Upper Ottawa Valley, and here we are, 5 decades later, we have record enrollments and one of the most beautiful college campus settings in the province. And as I've had an opportunity to see a few colleges around the country, I'd almost say the most beautiful campus in the country. I think I might be challenged by some of my colleagues out there, but I think we're pretty close. You know, I also never forget my first days as dean here in Pembroke. Not only was I a little bit homesick and asked myself, what had I done? But I went out to the community and visited every town, reeve, community in the area. And I was astounded because they would say to me, Dean Davies, nice to meet you. Pembroke needs a new campus. You can do it. And I was like, well, I'm not so sure. I've only been here 2 weeks. Maybe I need a bit of time. They said, we will help. The community, each and every community had the vision. They said we could achieve it, and they were so right. From the day when Matt Bradley phoned me up and said we should go for lunch, and he said, Karen, I'm going to tell you, I think this community has the ability to raise the money to help you build a new campus. Well, by now I'm on week 4 of being the dean here, and I'm like, ay, this place, where is this energy coming from? But he was right. And again, Matt Bradley is still with us today and still helps us raise funds for the college and raises funds for the community. And again, this is the Pembroke way, which at the time I didn't realize, but now I have come to know and embrace. What a wonderful place. From those very early days, this campus has had such support. The building of this wonderful waterfront campus is perhaps the greatest example of what can be accomplished when an entire region comes together to support a project. So many of you were there for us, be it a word of advice, an ear to listen, and a helping hand to support us when times were difficult. You were there. Many of you in this room tonight played a role in bringing the project to fruition. The city made 14 acres of waterfront land available to the college for a nominal fee. And Mr. Gillett, I'm still not sure we paid that nominal fee, but Mayor, I hope we did. And you know, if not, no interest, please. The Student Association, they committed $4 million to the project. And our community raised over $2.5 million for our capital campaign. Private developers stepped up to build 3 student residences to support our growing out-of-town student population. And there were special committees along the way that were there to help us. They helped in our overall support, and most importantly, they got out there and they raised funds for us. None of us will ever forget the Girls' Night Out Committee. What a wonderful group of women that came together to raise funds. And Jason Blaine, he was there from the beginning. Even before we knew we were going to be successful, one of the first calls we made was to Jason Blaine, could you help us? And again, in our naivety, we said, do you think you could write a song for us? And not really knowing what we were asking. But he did. He was on a plane from Vancouver to Toronto and wrote a song for us that we used in the very beginning of our campaign. Again, such phenomenal support. We've also been very fortunate to have the support and the help from Chief Kirby White Duck from Algonquin of Pikwakanagan community. Throughout these past 10 years, Kirby has listened to us. And again, Kirby was one of the first people that we went to and had a meeting with council. Jamie and I were very nervous. I know some of you will find that hard to believe. We were incredibly nervous, and we told our story. And we said we have this vision, and we think we can make it happen. And Kirby, you brave and wise man that you are, you said, I think you guys can do it. You have our support. That was so pivotal for us. So I thank you for that support so many years ago. And I also want to recognize and thank the drummers and singers tonight from Circle of Turtle Lodge. And the drum used this evening that was made by our students in partnership and under the guidance and teachings of Circle of Turtle Lodge. This is a great example of our emerging collaboration with our Indigenous partners. So again, so beautiful. We are so fortunate to have a beautiful night and could go outside and enjoy the drums, and you're going to enjoy some more drumming a little bit later. We had a vision when this new campus was being proposed. The vision was called Renaissance Square. Mr. Gillett, I think you will remember that. We believed a renaissance would occur, a new beginning for the college, a revitalization of Pembroke's downtown, more access to post-secondary education, more programming, higher enrollments, integrated Indigenous culture and education, and most importantly, a more enriched experience for our students. That is exactly what has happened. Very few people get the opportunity to work on a transformational project like this, and collectively, we did it. Indeed, a renaissance has occurred. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for everything that you have done, and of course will continue to do, as I know, because you will always come and visit. This is your campus, your college, and your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. We'll just close up with a couple of matters. In 2012, when the Renaissance Square project came to fruition and we opened this great campus, we produced a booklet. It's been updated based on the last 5 years, and we have some here. So we invite you to take one with you. It tells the story of how this campus came to be, and really it tells the story of the last 50 years at this campus and the wonderful things that have happened here. So we invite you to do that. There also is a piece of wood just to the left along the wall, and it's something we're going to keep here on campus, and all of our guests tonight, we invite you to sign it so that we can keep it as part of a memento of what tonight was all about, this wonderful community celebration. So we hope you'll do that. That's our way to also get you to the magazines so that you take them with you. And one other thing, the counselors that are here tonight from the City of Pembroke, we'd like you to be part of the photo opportunity with the Key to the City with the Mayor and the President, because you were very important in, confirming this declaration that happened today. Pardon me, a wonderful moment in our history. My final note, yes, please applaud the counselors. My final note is to former Mayor Ed Jacquinot. You're here tonight with your wife, Georgianne. You were instrumental. That 14 acres of waterfront land, you as mayor and the council of the day, if you wouldn't have agreed to that, none of this would have been possible. So thank you for being here tonight. And as Karen mentioned, our drumming group, the Broken Arrow Drumming Group, we've really appreciated having you here tonight. And we're very pleased that you have agreed to do a going out song for us as we leave, and you'll be performing just outside as people leave here this evening. So thank you for that, and thank you for a partnership that is emerging with the Circle of Turtle Lodge, and of course one that has existed for many years with the Algonquins of Pikwakanagan. We appreciate it very much. And on that note, you've had to sit down long enough. Be social, continue to hang around, and thank you for your wonderful support of Algonquin College for all of these years. Thank you.